everyone, John with Fun to Be Free coming to you live from the Magic Kingdom. Let's go! Welcome to the Walt Disney World Resort here in Central Florida. Like I said, this is John from Fun to Be Free coming to you live from the Magic Kingdom. We're actually here in front of Space Mountain in Tomorrowland. The reason for today's video, of course, is Magic Kingdom changing Space Mountain. Stay tuned and find out. Like I said, we're here in Tomorrowland. We're approaching Space Mountain here. Up on the left-hand side is the standby entrance. Over on the right-hand side is the lightning lane. The standby entrance is currently posted at a whopping 75 minutes. We're actually going to join the standby entrance here in just a moment. But in the meantime, smash that like button. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to ring that notification bell. And we're just looking at the temporary stanchion sign here. It says Space Mountain entrance right here. And I do believe we're going to join this queue right now. So we'll go ahead and get in line. And if you look overhead here, the camera should be able to pick up standby entrance in red LEDs, wait time of 75 minutes. And here's the marquee sign, of course, Space Mountain. You can see the glimmering spires, white in color, of course, glistening in the beautiful Central Florida sky, extending all the way up into outer space. And I'll gently pan into Tomorrowland so you can get an idea of the crowds here today at the Magic Kingdom. And if you just look overhead, there is a people mover train cycling as well. And as I awkwardly keep turning around here, I just want to give you a 360-degree vantage point so you can see what I'm seeing with the amount of crowds here today. It is a marathon weekend. I do believe the main marathon is happening this Sunday, this weekend. There is actually a slight return for lightning lane, but as everybody in the chat could probably imagine, the lightning lane, the longer it is or the more people returning, it tends to actually back up the standby line or queue that we're actually in right now. Over to our right-hand side, of course, is some stroller parking and an area that you can actually chill out. I like the little recessed or there's an elevation with some steps down there. You could go sit and relax. It's quite shaded down there, very nice to even sit on a day like today. It's a little on the chilly side today here in Central Florida, which is quite rare. But at any rate, you may have noticed that I am wearing a long sleeve shirt and a device on my chest. We'll talk about that in a moment. Let's get a better shot of the Tomorrowland Launch Depot. Tomorrowland Launch Depot, the large building here. Post-show shop. We'll check it out, of course, after we exit or unload from Space Mountain. You can just see it peeking up over the standby entrance sign there. No problem. Are you interested in what I'm doing here?
We're all set for today.
Oh, all set. Okay. Would you like to go in front of me or behind me?
We can go behind you.
Okay.
I just didn't want to interrupt.
No, you're fine. No, no, no. I'm not with them. I'm just by myself.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Have a great day. As I awkwardly talk to myself for the rest of, the slide.
Is it live?
Oh, yes, yes, ma'am. We're live on YouTube right now.
Oh, wow.
John with Fun to Be Free. For all the chat viewers right now, I'm actually speaking with a guest behind me. She was inquiring whether if we were live. And yes, indeed, we are live here at the Magic Kingdom. And I'm going to gently and awkwardly point the camera in all different directions and hold it above my head. So again, you could actually see the crowd levels here in Tomorrowland. They are actually increased quite above average. Of course, as I mentioned before, it is a marathon weekend here. And it actually surprised me. When I pulled into the parking lot and came through the Transportation and Ticket Center just now, I was actually shocked about how many people were here. How many people are headed towards the guest entrance, the main gate, and also on Main Street USA as well. And again, as I slowly pan into Tomorrowland, across over towards Rocket Tower Plaza, you can get an idea of how crowded it is here today. It's one of those days where their restrooms actually have lines to get in the door. But what I want to do at this moment is pull the camera back down towards me. I want to grab my BAT phone, B-A-T phone, out of my pocket, as I always say. Give me a moment. I want to activate the wireless feature so I could send you the video to your screen. Like I said, just give me a moment here. I'm setting it up now. Okay, I do believe we'll be set up here in just one moment here. Okay, let's check out the news. Before we enter the attraction standby entrance, I wanted to mention one thing. We are actually going to go to Plan Disney. And this is a question asked from Austin, from Alabama, on January 19, 2023. He asked, are GoPros allowed on Space Mountain or any other ride? And here's the response they received from Plan Disney. Hey there, Austin. Your trip to the Walt Disney World Resort is almost here. I love making GoPro videos of our Disney adventures. These vacation memories are precious, and it's a lot of fun to capture on-ride footage in the parks. I've been doing this for several years, and I'm glad to chat with you about it. The property rules and prohibited items list mention that you cannot have extendable selfie sticks, handles, or tripods for your camera. Be sure your favorite GoPro handle does not extend, and you'll be good to go at security checkpoints. And again, we're just looking at the overhead marquee sign at Space Mountain before we continue with our article here, just to give you an overhead vantage point. What I'm seeing here on this Friday afternoon here at the Magic Kingdom. But let's go back to the actual article. You're smart to ask because there is a recent change to the policy on Space Mountain. Of course, the attraction that we're about to load, I should say, or go in the doorway, you can see it right up ahead here. New signage at the entrance to the attraction reads, handheld or loose articles, including cell phones and cameras, are not permitted while riding. Items must be secured on the person, in vehicle storage pouch, or left with a non-rider. In my experience, a body mount with the GoPro secured to it would be permissible. Be sure to confirm your setup with a cast member at the attraction. As these rules are in place for everyone's safety, I haven't had much luck with decent footage on Space Mountain. It's just too dark in there to really capture the experience. You'll be able to bring your GoPro on most attractions throughout all 4 theme parks. My favorite mounts are non-extendable floating handle with an adjustable wrist strap, the Surfer's wrist mount, and a chest mount for my child. These 3 tend to get a variety of perspectives while in motion, meet the safety policies, and then allow me to enjoy the moment without worrying about my camera on attractions. I always bring an extra charge battery in my park bag to be sure I'm ready for anything. A few more tips. Austin, to ensure you and other guests around you have the most magical day, I encourage you to make the following changes to the default settings on the GoPro for the duration of your vacation. Turn the sound off, or the lowest setting. I like the audio cue that is turned on in recording, but don't want to disturb other guests on a quiet attraction. Turn off the front light. The blinking red light is very distracting on dark rides. This not only spoils your footage with the addition of a red light in the low lighting, but it takes away from other experience of the visuals of the attraction. Also, turn on quick capture, which will turn the camera on and start recording with just a push of the button. This helps me grab fun moments and surprises in the parks with one touch. It also turns the camera off when recording, saving battery life. Change the display time for the back LED to the lowest setting so you can see the frame shot before it turns off. Saves your battery throughout the day. This also prevents other guests from watching your camera view instead of their own attraction experience in real time. I hope this helps. You know what to expect and pack a practically perfect gear bag. Wishing you an amazing trip with an awesome footage to capture your park memories. All right, so that was an excellent article. So we're gonna just flip the camera back. We are actually entering the main entrance here to Space Mountain in just a moment. And I'm just playing with my bat phone. I'll be with you in just a moment here. I'm disabling the wireless feature, and as you could hear, there is some background ambiance as we entered this queue building.
Attention Space Mountain
Listen to the background music.
Space Mountain is a thrilling, high-speed, turbulent roller coaster type ride in the dark that includes sharp turns, sudden drops, and stops. For a safe space flight, you should be in good health and free from high blood pressure, heart, back, or neck problems, motion sickness, or other conditions that could be aggravated by this adventure. Expectant mothers should not ride, and passengers who do not meet the minimum height requirement may not ride. Be sure to supervise children at all times, and remember that passengers in wheelchairs must transfer into a rocket to participate in this launch. Thank you, and enjoy your flight.
All right, so everybody in the chat did hear, that was the safety announcement here at Space Mountain. In just a few moments, the line will advance.
Attention Space Mountain passengers. Space Mountain is a thrilling, high-speed, turbulent roller coaster type ride in the dark that includes sharp turns, sudden drops, and stops. For a safe space flight, you should be...
Oh, and we have a chat. Rob's Mad World. Hey, with a hand waving. Hope your day is going great. I do believe Rob's Mad World is a new subscriber here to Fun to Be Free. Hello, Rob's Mad World. Nice to meet you. John with Fun to Be Free. I hope you're enjoying this live stream here, Magic Kingdom, as we attempt to ride Space Mountain. As the line slowly creeps up, like I was mentioning before, it is a 75-minute standby time here at Space Mountain. And at this point, I will turn back towards the direction that we came with the bright light shining through the doorway here. But give the camera a moment to adjust, and you might be able to see some of that area that we just came from. But I'm going to turn the camera back because the view is not that great.
That includes sharp turns, sudden drops, and stops. For a safe space flight, you should be in good health and free from high blood pressure, heart, back, or neck problems, motion sickness.
And I want to get back real quick to the ambiance, the background music. This background music loop, not the actual safety spiel, but the music loop. I love this loop. Sometimes I'll just come into the queue and just listen to the music here at Space Mountain. In just a few moments, we will be traversing down these steps here.
Thank you.
In fact, I'll show it to you right now as the guests in front of us go down to the lower level, to the mid-course. And I'll get an overhead shot
Attention Space Mountain passengers.
Welcome, space travelers. Starport 75, your gateway to the galaxies. Of course, Starport 75 represents the opening year of Space Mountain here. January 15th, 1975, Space Mountain opened here at the Magic Kingdom. And of course, this was the first Space Mountain in a series of Space Mountains, plural with an S, at multiple Disney parks around the world, of course, excluding Shanghai Disneyland in China as well. And you could actually see all of the Lightning Lane guests that are just rocketing into outer space up to the station. And for us here in the standby, not so much. We're at a snail's pace. But one thing I did want to mention is a little hard to see. I'm going to attempt to point my camera down, and you can see the ground. There's multiple silver or gray colored balls that fill the pit or the actual floor below. And in just a few moments, we're going to go down another set of steps here. In the meantime, I'm going to point the camera up towards Space Mountain entrance that we just came through. And Rob's Mad World, where are you from? Is Space Mountain one of your favorite attractions here at the Magic Kingdom?
And remember that passengers in wheelchairs must transfer into a rocket to participate.
We're walking down the steps now into the Star Tunnel, and in just a few moments the background audio will change, the background loop, and it will become the Star Tunnel.
Attention Space Mountain passengers. Space Mountain is a thrilling, high-speed, turbulent roller coaster type ride in the dark that includes sharp turns, sudden drops, and stops.
You can probably hear it now. You hear the background audio, and you can see the star field in the windows as we're in the Star Tunnel here.
Motion sickness.
The music has changed.
That could be aggravated by this adventure. Expectant mothers should not ride, and passengers who do not meet the minimum height requirement may not ride. Be sure to supervise children at all times. And remember that passengers in wheelchairs must transfer into a rocket to participate in this.
Oh, hello there, John with Fun to Be Free. I just wanted to show you what I'm actually wearing here in the latest fashion and apparel in Tomorrowland is actually chest mounts. So as you could probably see, I could attach one of my cameras that is currently on my camera rig to this little mount here, and of course I'm wearing this. This is like wearing a vest. It's a chest mount. You could put an action camera such as a DJI Action 4 or maybe a GoPro on this mount. Very useful, very handy, and of course for guest safety, for my safety, cast member safety, to board and experience this attraction here at Space Mountain in the Magic Kingdom. But at this moment, I'm going to flip the camera again so you don't have to look at my ugly mug, and you can actually see the rest of the queue and enjoy the Star Tunnel ambiance. And we're going to check out some more news here in just a moment. Of course, as I always say, I have to get my BAT phone out of my pocket, set it up for the wireless feature, send the video over to your screen at home or your mobile device, wherever you're watching from in the entire world. So I'll do that now. I'll flip the camera.
That includes sharp turns, sudden drops, and stops.
Oh, KJ's back. Hello with the hand waving. Welcome back, KJ. Haven't seen you in a bit. How's things going up in the Northeast, I believe?
They're still going out.
Expectant mothers should not ride, and passengers who do not meet the minimum.
And KJ, is Space Mountain one of your favorite attractions to frequent here at Magic Kingdom at the Walt Disney World Resort? And Rob's Mad World, he says, I'm in the burbs of Philadelphia, love Space Mountain. And Rob's Mad World, my only response to that is probably, who doesn't love Space Mountain? Come on. One of the original staples here in Tomorrowland going back to the mid-70s, like I mentioned before, 1975. And we're actually looking at Starfield here in the Star Tunnel again, and I previously mentioned the actual background loop that we're listening to. For reference, I absolutely love the interior queue music here at Space Mountain. But I gotta get to the news. We got some news to cover. We gotta get to the topic of today's video. Let me turn on the wireless feature on my device, and of course I'll be right with you.
Be sure to supervise children at all times, and remember that passengers in wheelchairs must transfer into a rocket to participate in this launch. Thank you. and enjoy your flight. Attention Space Mountain passengers. Space Mountain is a thrilling, high-speed, turbulent roller coaster type ride in the dark that includes sharp turns, sudden drops, and stops.
KJ comes back in the chat and says, I was scared to ride for many years. I could only imagine KJ was referring to when she was a small child coming here, visiting the Walt Disney World Resort. But on to the news. I think we're all set up and ready to go here. So, this particular article is from Disney Fanatic or DisneyFanatic.com. Shout out to Disney Fanatic. Here's the title. After 50 years, Disney World is changing Space Mountain. This was actually published on February 6, 2025. So, not too long ago, but like I said before, Space Mountain just celebrated its anniversary, 50 years old on January 15th of this year, 2025. Let me get a better shot as the elevation in the queue starts to ascend. That's with an A, or go up. And I'll check the chat again. KJ says, first time riding was at a Halloween party in total darkness. Special event, of course. Sometimes guests do have the opportunity to experience this attraction with the lights on or off, depending on the event. Most likely on is more geared to cast member events. I've actually rode it numerous times at Disneyland with the lights on during cast member events. And KJ says, never look back. But let's continue with the article. After 50 years, Disney World is changing Space Mountain. Of course, there's some guests that have boarded their rocket that you'll see here in a moment in the station. Walt Disney World Resort guests have noticed a surprising update to Space Mountain, Magic Kingdom Park's beloved indoor roller coaster that just celebrated its 50th anniversary. While Disney remained quiet about major changes to the ride during its milestone birthday, guests are now reporting a significant shift in their experience aboard the iconic Tomorrowland attraction. A historic milestone for Space Mountain. And there's a nice shot of Space Mountain at sunset, as everybody knows in the chat. I absolutely love walking around the parks here at the Walt Disney World Resort during sunset. But this article goes on to say, opening on January 15, 1975, Space Mountain has been a Tomorrowland staple for half a century. The Intergalactic Thrill Ride was the first roller coaster ever built at Walt Disney World, paving the way for versions at Disneyland Park, Tokyo Disneyland, Disneyland Paris, and Hong Kong Disneyland. While some international versions have undergone major transformations, like Tokyo's ongoing to rebuild and Disneyland Paris' shift to Star Wars Hyperspace Mountain, Magic Kingdom Park's original version has remained largely unchanged. Last month, Walt Disney World Resort acknowledged the attraction's golden anniversary with a celebratory fireworks moment and social media tribute. And of course, there's @Scott Gustin posted the video on X, formerly known as Twitter. And I don't believe we could actually view this video on this particular website, but I'll attempt to pull that video up and we'll see what happens. Going back to the article here, this italicized font says, of course, Walt Disney World shared a video of golden fireworks celebrated in the moment of the 50th anniversary of Space Mountain, right open on January 5th, 1975. Oh, there it is, there it is. We could view it. Okay, it came up. Okay, so Scott Gustin says what I just mentioned, and we're going to actually try to turn the volume up here on the bat phone. And I have to unmute. Let's see here. See if we can figure this out. See if we can get some audio with some video.
We are over the moon to be here with Mickey and the gang underneath the shimmering spires of Space Mountain as we celebrate the 50th anniversary of Tomorrowland's most out-of-this-world attraction. So, Donna, I think it's time to blast off to many more years of excitement, inspiration, and family memories. Roger that, Shannon. All right, gang, we're ready to launch. Wait a minute. Look who just landed. It's astronaut Donald. Hi, pal. Donald, you're just in time. We're a go for launch. Mission Control, commence countdown. 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy anniversary, Space Mountain!
Okay, so that was a nice little video there posted by Scott Gustin from Disney. I'm going to attempt to mute it again so we don't get any intrusions in the audio. Okay, continuing with the article. Goes on to say, however, there might have been more to the celebration than Walt Disney World Resort publicly acknowledged. Instead of a flashy refurbishment or commemorative overlay, it seems Disney quietly made a different kind of upgrade. You can hear the comm chat. Listen to the comm chat audio, the background loop here. I'm getting all excited. I love comm chat. There's nothing like it. Space Mountain just got a lot louder. Frequent Space Mountain riders are noticing a dramatic increase in the ride's onboard audio. One Reddit user, u/randomseeker1346, sparked discussion after asking, has Space Mountain noticeably turned up the music since the 50th anniversary? They continued, for many years now, starry euphonic sound has not been very loud inside of Space Mountain, and in 2024 the music was almost silent, non-existent. However, after the 50th anniversary event, I noticed they turned up the music all the way, like when starry euphonic sound first came out in 2010. Other Disney park fans chimed in to confirm the change, with some suggesting that Walt Disney World Resort made the adjustment before the anniversary. Now that you mention it, I did notice the music last time, albeit a year ago. This user, u/dingrats, commented. Here's a photo of the interior of the station that we will see in hopefully a few moments. Another user, u/dastardlydeeded, even claimed that a Disney cast member confirmed the adjustment. We were there for Halloween and Christmas and just assumed it was for the theming, but a CM or cast member confirmed it's the normal volume now. Disney remains silent on the change. While some guests appreciate the boosted soundtrack, others are caught off guard by the sudden difference. As of now, Walt Disney World Resort has not publicly acknowledged or confirmed any updates to Space Mountain's audio system. This article goes on to ask, have you noticed any changes on attractions at Magic Kingdom Park, Epcot, Disney's Hollywood Studios, or Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park? Let Disney Fanatic know in the comments. Of course, I'm going to ask all my chat viewers to know as well. Have you noticed any changes here at Space Mountain at Magic Kingdom Park recently? So you're seeing a great view of ads, so let's get out of this article here. Let me go back to my home screen on the phone and just give me a moment to flip over to our next article here. Okay, so we're now in the darkened portion where the elevation comes up to a level surface here in the standby queue, and flanking left and right sides is another Starfield. As many chat viewers probably know, this was an interactive game previously, but I'm gonna show you on the other side by, trying to get there pretty fast. Another Starfield. The effects behind the glass, or in the space, if you will, are no longer visible or have been removed. I don't know the actual story behind it, if they're under ongoing maintenance or rehab, but anybody in the chat know more? I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, that these effects where the little, maquette people and the little maquette rockets that are on a turntable going around in circles will return. I'm very hopeful for that. And of course, you're getting the view of the lightning lane guests as they just rocket up to the station. Here's an example of one of the monitors here in the standby queue. But we should get back to the article. So this website credit goes to WDW News Today, or WDWNT, for this particular article. And there's a photo of an animatronic figure here that hopefully we'll, find or see as we go through the post-show here at Space Mountain once we exit the actual attraction. And the title, Movement Restored to RCA Dog Animatronic for 50th Anniversary of Space Mountain and Magic Kingdom. That is some excellent news if you ask me. So real quick, I'm just going to sing something and everybody's going to go, yeah, you shouldn't sing. RCA leads the way, leads the way. RCA. Anyways, so enough of that. But if you look directly below, you can see one of the shuttles, one of the actual spaceships that is being pepper ghosted. I know that's weird. And we have another view here. Oh, yes, we can see it. We can see the effects. They are lit up. See the space station down below? Pepper's Ghost, of course, is just an effect like at the Haunted Mansion. Of course, just reflection in the glass. It's an old magician trick from the 19th century. We could cover that later. We could do a whole video on Pepper's Ghost alone. But there is another effect with an astronaut fixing some type of spacecraft part or satellite in outer space. I could definitely see it. I'm sure it's coming across to the viewers at home because I can see it in the camera. Okay, we're actually approaching the station here, so we should actually get on with the news. So the robot dog at Space Mountain in Magic Kingdom, aka Nipper, the RCA dog, is moving again for the first time in several years. Nipper, the RCA dog, wags his tail again at Space Mountain. That is awesome news. We're going to see this little lovable creature here. Guests exiting Space Mountain will once again see the robot dog shaking slightly as it wags its tail. Excited to see all of its new friends. The head and ears all have not been fixed. To see that in the future. The dog sits in a rocky vignette next to the caverns, one of the fictional space destinations in the exit queue. He's not far from spaceship. You can see the Earth in the background. I'm going to slowly turn the camera. And we're actually headed up another elevation. And the phone screen is flipping around. And then there's an actual video of Nipper moving below. We could attempt to play it. There we go. We got some animated. You can see the tail wagging back and forth. The mechanical mutt can be seen wagging his tail. Okay, went away. The animatronic was originally named the RC dog from Nipper Realistic. Okay, let's go back. It's moving too fast for me to read. So there you go. Nice video there. WWNT goes on to say robot dog at Space Mountain in Magic Kingdom, aka Nipper, the RCA dog, I imagine. I won't click on it because I'll take it away from this page, but let's continue with the article. The animatronic dog has a history going back to the 1880s. He's based on a real mixed breed dog named Nipper, first owned by Mark Henry Barrard. After Barrard passed, the French Francis Barrard took in the dog. Francis immortalized Nipper 3 years after the dog passed in 1898, painting his master's voice, which depicts Nipper listening intently to a gramophone. The painting was adopted as the logo of RCA Records. RCA was the original sponsor of Space Mountain when the coaster opened in 1975. As such, Disney created an audio animatronic of Nipper listening to his gramophone, which appeared inside a UFO at the entrance of the ride. And we can actually get a shot of one of the rockets now advancing into the mountain itself. And on the opposite side as well, we got Alpha and Omega tracks here. Dueling Space Mountain tracks, Alpha and Omega. Over to the right-hand side, of course, is the lightning lane queue that heads to this side of the load area. We're actually there's another rocket now. There they go. They're going to go blast off. So back to the article real quick. In the 80s, Disney removed the exterior of the animatronic to make it look like a real dog and relocated it to a scene in the Space Mountain exit. Depicted as a robot dog, Nipper sat at the feet of a robot. tourist. In 2009, Disney relocated Nipper again to his current home. I'm watching the rockets dispatch. As far as we know, he has not moved since that time. The officials appeared shortly after the attraction celebrated its 50th anniversary at Walt Disney World, which was on January 15, 2025. Walt Disney World commemorated the milestone by selling anniversary pins, lighting up the attraction in gold, and holding a private ceremony and fireworks launch. WWNT also celebrated 50 years of Space Mountain and 30 years of New Tomorrowland during the Promising Tomorrow's event. You can catch everything you missed by visiting spacemountain50.com. You can see photos and videos of Nipper over the years and Martin Smith's tribute to Space Mountain. We got to talk about Martin Smith one day. Martin Smith does an excellent job. If you look carefully, you can see me, this guy, John from Fun to Be Free, and a couple of Martin Smith's videos that are more recent, since now I do live in the Central Florida here. I've actually seen Martin Smith on several occasions. However, I actually never met him. I just didn't want to go to approach him. He was busy filming his excellent documentaries. And of course, I would encourage everybody in the chat to check out Martin Smith at martinsmith.net for his amazing documentaries. But we are actually going around the tower here. Over to the right-hand side is the tower console where the cast members control and monitor this attraction here. I know it doesn't look like much now, but the windows are tinted. We can't see in that location, but they can certainly see out. And you could actually see this large grouping of people in the queue here. We're in one of two sides, or Alpha or Omega, to experience Space Mountain by loading in the rockets here in the station. The load area is right up ahead here as I point the camera. If you look carefully, you can see empty rockets coming back empty from unload. But let me take off the news here. Let's get back to just the camera view. And I'm actually going to deactivate the wireless feature on my phone. Just give me one moment here and I will be right with you. Okay, we're slowly going to turn around here. Ignore my fingers if they pass in front of the camera. I'm actually trying to prepare my camera rig because I need to remove one of the cameras that is currently attached to my camera rig and put it on my chest mount that you saw earlier as I showed you while we were in the Star Tunnel. And I'm going to slowly turn the camera so you get a shot of the rockets again. And easy T, almost there, that's right, easy T, we are almost there. You do see the camera bounce around. Like I said, I'm trying to prepare the various items that I have on my person to put them in zipper shirt that has a couple zipper pockets. Like I'm putting my sunglasses in there. I'm also carrying an iPod Touch. I brought an iPod Touch because I wanted to bring you essentially the background audio like RCA leads the way. But of course I went to attempt it and it's too loud here at the Magic Kingdom to hear the external speaker. I was actually exploring other options to put the music and inject it on screen, inject it in the stream to send, to send it, of course, wirelessly into the YouTube live stream. But just experiencing technical difficulties is not as easy as you probably imagine. Here on the side of the tower, for Alpha, so on the left-hand side or side, Alpha, that's us, boarding on Alpha, on the lane is Omega. This particular cast member here, checking the lightning lane test that they have on admission. They're clear to board with the green light at the touch point to advance to the station to load on their rocket. Anybody in the chat remember from the mid-90s with all the television monitors and various stars like Mario Lopez appeared here. But in the chat, I'm too old to remember. I'm gonna pan up. You could actually see murals or paintings, reflections, black light of galaxies overhead. This area in person is very difficult on my old man eyes to see. The blue light, for whatever reason, distracts my eyes. The camera is probably shaking around a bit. I'm just transferring some objects from my pockets. Like I said before, I'm attempting to get ready to load here on the rocket. We still have a few more minutes, but it's going to take me that much time to get all set up here. I'm actually taking the bat phone, the BAT phone, and putting it in one of my large pockets in my shirt on my front side of my chest to secure that. That's a valuable item. There we go. I think we're all situated with my bat phone. It's actually in my upper right pocket on my long sleeve shirt. I'm also wearing a fanny pack simply because I have my chest mounted item where I'm going to put the action camera on in just a few moments here. I'm actually just checking the charge on the action camera, and we're at 94%, so we're looking good. So at this point, I think I can unplug the actual USB-C cable charging leads. I'm putting the USB-C cable in my left rear pocket. I'm able to sit on that, of course. And KJ in the chat says, indeed, an EZT. EZT, previous slide, almost there. We're getting there. This attraction does have quite a good capacity or ride capacity, but it is very popular. And as I mentioned before, it is extremely crowded here today on a Friday at the Magic Kingdom. There, of course, it is a 2025 race weekend marathon, and I'm turning around just to show you where we came from in the queue. I'll hold my camera higher. You could see the cast members there in the tower console dispatch control area. And I'm slowly bringing the camera back down to eye level, and we're approaching another queue stanchion area where we have to make a U-turn. A lot of excitement here in the queue as all these race weekend guests are quite excited. The feeling is palpable in the air. Seems like a lot of people really like Space Mountain, and I'm sure everybody in chat, like we covered, Space Mountain is one of, I'm sure, the favorites of everybody in the chat as well. So at this point, I'm actually gonna grab my action camera off my camera rig, and you're probably gonna see the camera bounce around. Just excuse that for just a moment. I need to take my little quick release action camera. And the main camera bounced, but I do have the action camera in my hand. It has been detached from the handheld portable camera rig. And I only have one available hand, so I need to put it on my chest mount. If you could just give me one moment, I need to ensure that the quick release lock is secured. I'm having actually a little difficulty because I only have one hand getting it locked in. I'm actually down on the ground. Hold on just a moment. I'll be right with you. Okay. sorry for that. I should have put it on a Be Right Back screen, but I thought I had it all set up. As it turned out, all right, for everybody in the chat, thank you so much for your patience. Again, I was having a challenging moment actually attaching the action camera to my chest. As it turns out, I have a quick release. It's like a little button. You hit the button and then it unclips from the camera rig, but then it goes to an additional clip, and these clips have two little locking pins. One of the locking pins came detached from the camera, thus it was like a safety belt or your seat belt that was unhooked. So I had to plug it back in, and I needed two hands. So I apologize for all the shakiness, and you got to see, of course, Be Right Back, but I am right back, as I said. We're of course looking here into the load area of the Space Mountain queue that we're about to load on the Alpha side. You're getting a view as it's probably impossible for everybody in the chat to see right now, but the rockets are returning or advancing into the station here. And I'm actually going to change cameras to just double check that the camera on my chest is working correctly. So for everybody viewing right now, you could actually see that I'm holding my camera rig in front of my chest mounted action camera. So I'll remove the camera out of view and switch it back to the primary camera. I just want to ensure it works so I could bring you all the sights and sounds of Space Mountain like we covered before. It needs to be secured. The action camera that is secured to your body if you use or if you carry it onto this attraction. This particular queue line has stalled. In fact, I'm going to say it has stopped. We don't seem to be advancing. I just saw what appeared to be a cast member somewhere in the load area walk down around the corner. I don't know if it's related to the Alpha side that we're on or the Omega side, but I actually hear, you can probably hear the chain, excuse me, the chain lift over in this direction. And the rockets are advancing, so that is a good sign. Excuse me. There's a safety training video here. Oh, hello there. Excuse me again. Starport 75. Welcome to Tomorrowland and Starport, operated by the League of Planets. Previously mentioned before, I'm actually attempting to load my fanny pack up with the camera. There is separate. Oh, just one, please.
Single.
Okay, we're actually going to head to single rider. And yes, thank you, sir.
I'm head down to your left.
Okay, thank you, sir. So we're a single, so we're getting special access, special treatment here. If you see the camera bounce around again, I'm detaching our main camera from the camera rig. So I have two hands, and in each hand is left hand a phone, right hand a camera. And of course there is another camera attached to my chest as well. I'm attempting to change the logo on the screen so you're seeing the camera around wildly. In a moment, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to power up Thank you so much. I got to put this in my pocket.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Okay, thank you, thank you. YouTube, John with Fun to Be Free. I guess as we load in the rocket, just asked if we were a Twitch streamer, and you heard me. I'm not sure what you're looking at. I can't move the camera. It's on my chest. It appears that it's pointing a little high. Like I said, the audio quality most likely has changed since I'm on a different camera with no external microphone. The cast member here is asking us to pull up our lap bars.
Lift up on that bar for me. Lift up on that bar also.
We're advancing, of course, into the Star Tunnel, and I'm going to pipe down so all of the chat viewers can enjoy Space Mountain here at the Magic Kingdom. just approaching the unload area now. There's nothing like Space Mountain at Tomorrowland, station MK1. Sign to my left, which you can't see out of sight, says, of course, please remain seated. Up ahead is a cast member at the advanced podium. We're advancing, of course, here to the unload platform. In just a moment, we will get off. And the lap bar just popped up, as you probably saw. And now. Okay, we're headed over to assemble the camera rig. Give me a few moments here. I need to go to the light. A little dark here. Oh, there is. There's the animatronic dog now. I'm attempting to aim the camera on my chest. The action camera still on my chest. So there, we just saw it from WWNT. We're experiencing, I believe, some dropouts here in reception. We're actually headed up the exit ramp, going up an elevation here. And we're back to the Tomorrowland launch depot. I'm still in the process of reassembling my camera rig. I have to get my USB-C cables from my rear pocket. I'm headed to the door or the corner of the store so you could get an overall vantage point while I start plugging in some cables here. In a moment, I'm going to turn around so you can see what the launch depot looks like here at Magic Kingdom Park in Tomorrowland. But if you give me just one moment, I'm attempting to plug in all my cables to charge my various devices. Camera's probably flipping around. So as I was mentioning before, this is the post-show shop for Space Mountain, and I'm gonna go and get a shot where we just unloaded from or exited from the hallway here. And as I talk, I'm still taking stuff out of my fanny pack, putting it back on my camera rig, so I'll be right with you. But that's where we did unload. And we're going to slowly pan over here, check out the Tomorrowland Launch Depot registers. Oh, excuse me.
My eyes wouldn't close because it was going so.
I actually changed the camera lens. You're looking at the action camera on my chest still. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the action camera on my chest for a while. I just want to see what it looks like. Oh, just our luck. As we come and exit off Space Mountain, we waited the 75 minutes and the line has reduced slightly. You may see my hand pass in front of the camera at the moment. I took my sunglasses out of one of my various pockets on my long sleeve shirt. Put my sunglasses on because we are back here in beautiful Central Florida, reflecting off the pavement here. And I'm checking the time now. It is 2:48 Eastern. We should actually head over to the parade route. Check out the Disney Festival of Fantasy Parade. And as we do, I'm gonna check the chat again. And you can probably see my hands in front of the camera. I'll switch the camera back to my main camera that I'm holding on my camera rig. We're back here in the crowded Tomorrowland, like I was mentioning before. Sure is crowded today here at the Magic Kingdom. I'm checking various levels in the batteries and all my devices.
Greetings, intergalactic travelers. Welcome aboard the
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring that notification bell. And I'm attempting to get to the chat, but I'm still just getting all set up. It's a lot of effort to dismantle my camera rig and reassemble it for an attraction like I was previously mentioned. For anybody that came into the actual chat or this particular video late, we rode Space Mountain because Magic Kingdom is making multiple changes. For example, the audio inside the attraction, I hope you could hear it, and I hope the stream was still up and active and live. I definitely heard the audio, and of course, the post-show, we saw the animatronic dog, RCA Dog Nipper, and we're actually headed towards the entrance or the underneath the Tomorrowland sign, and you could actually see Tomorrowland is quite crowded here at the Magic Kingdom on this marathon race weekend. Tiki Man fan says, I'll leave this open and come back later. KJ says, Tiki Man, I'm having a bit of a day, but thanks for asking. Hope it's brighter than you. KJ, I hope you're well. You're watching live streaming coverage from the Magic Kingdom here at the Walt Disney World Resort in fabulous Orlando, Florida, the most magical place on earth. Oh, and I think our fuel rod, it just ran out of juice, I think. Just double checking. We should get a new fuel rod, but the closest location was behind us. Maybe we could head to the Breezeway near Adventureland and Frontierland. And as you can see up ahead, there are people gathered, of course, for Disney's Festival of Fantasy Parade here at the Magic Kingdom, upcoming in about 8 minutes, starting at Tiana's Bayou Adventure. But the parade route, of course, it does look quite packed, but we'll go take a closer look. At this moment, I'm just pulling some chapstick out of my pocket. Successfully applied it to my luscious lips. And I'm actually caught stuck with people here trying to, of course, secure a spot to watch the 3 o'clock Festival of Fantasy Parade. We're approaching the hub with the Walt and Mickey partner statue. We're actually walking across the street right now. Hello there. How are you?
Pretty good. How about
Nice.
you?
Oh, great. Thank you. And as I always say, there's various people always taking photos, selfies, taking photos of their friends and family in front of the partner statue. Of course, very popular here in front of Cinderella Castle. Let's look at the glimmering golden spires of Cinderella Castle. Look at the gorgeous sky too. And I'm trying to navigate around various groups here. There was an ECV backing up into me, so I decided to move and take the shot off Cinderella Castle. But here's another good view, another good angle. Not a bad angle here on the castle, as you know. I was just mentioning the Florida sky. It's quite chilly in the air, but of course a lot of people in the chat, of course, will say Florida is not chilly. Well, to this guy it is. You've heard me say this yesterday. I'm a shorts and t-shirt kind of guy. I actually wore a long sleeve shirt today because it is a little chilly. I woke up today in the 40s here in Central Florida. I was shocked. I heard it was going to get cold. I didn't believe it till this morning. I'm like, whoa, it is cold. Okay, so I believe we're going to head towards Adventureland here. The reason for that is because I assume that the cast members are not allowing us to walk towards Tiana's Bayou Adventure through Liberty Square and eventually into Frontierland up towards the parade route start of Festival of Fantasy Parade. So we'll head through Adventureland, but still not a bad option. In fact, I like Adventureland, and I'm sure everybody in the chat agrees with me. What is your favorite land to frequent here at the Magic Kingdom? Anybody in the chat? I really like Main Street USA. you've probably noticed, I always spend a lot of time on Main Street USA. There's a lot to see and do, a lot of entertainment. It's really neat. Oh, there is a large crowd. I didn't even notice this. I'm gonna go around the opposite side here because the large crowd just keeps coming at us. Like I previously mentioned, the crowds are increased. They're above average, I believe, here at the Magic Kingdom today for the marathon weekend that we're experiencing here. And if you listen carefully in the area, in the crowd, in, you know, the people walking around in the midway, the pathways, some of them I see have actual medals. I don't know if they're from, you know, today or from previous marathons, but I can hear the medals clang. There's nothing like hearing medal. Oh, there's a medal right there. Hello there. See, I was just mentioning medals. Well, when they have multiple medals, in other words, plural, more than one, then you could hear them clang together. Clang, 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 you know, like clang, clang, clang with the trolley. They're making music. And up ahead on the right-hand side is the Sunshine Tree Terrace. There is a large gathering, and I don't believe the people in this pathway are all waiting for Sunshine Tree Terrace because the queue is actually over here. I think these people are just waiting, stalled. They're just in the middle of the pathway. But as I said before, this is Magic Kingdom's pinch point, and the pinch point here is, yeah, quite crowded. So another example of the medal. And I'm checking the chat. KJ says, I've sent you a message, John, with an emoji. She also says, KJ says, Main Street and Tomorrowland. Yes, I like Tomorrowland too, KJ, as you can probably imagine. The sleek, futuristic spires and the, you know, modern look of the white. I'm just gonna call it sleek and futuristic. That's a better way to say it. But yes, I do agree. Main Street and Tomorrowland. I spend a lot of time in Tomorrowland, and you may have noticed that I end up going through Adventureland. That's because of course, parade and guest flow. But when I'm here as a guest, just by myself or with friends and family, I spend a lot of my time on Main Street USA and Tomorrowland, just like KJ says Tomorrowland. But we're headed to the fuel rod here, and I'm actually going to unplug the USB-C cables in the fuel rod and attempt to pump it out so the camera may jump around. We'll take a look down here at the portable charger. Checking, oh boy. It says out of order, sorry. Well, there goes that idea. Okay, next up. Next idea. I'm thinking we should head over to, into Fantasyland maybe. Let me check the time too. So we got 3 minutes until this parade starts. Let me check my camera levels, the battery levels in the camera. It's a judgment call. Maybe I should just get a shot while I'm here and put the fuel rod back in its home. And I'm going to switch the camera to the chest mount. What I'm attempting to do is actually remove my camera from my camera rig, the one that I'm holding, you're seeing me struggle with, simply because on Space Mountain, I could show you, it loosened one of my parts that I don't have access right now to actually tighten it. So we'll deal with that later. You're seeing me struggle with unplugging one of these USB-C cables. Oh, we're back. And in a moment here, I'm going to switch the camera. It's like I'm a juggler. Or a trapeze artist. I got two hands and I have two objects in my hand. And I'm trying to take the third object and put it in my pocket. Hold on one moment. This is wonderful for live YouTube. Okay, I'm gonna switch the camera. Okay, so you're viewing now on my main camera. Main camera's in my right hand and my phone screen is in my left hand. So we'll go this way. This will work. This will work quite nicely. We're attempting to head towards Tiana's Bayou Adventure. There's the Liberty Bell train, or the steam whistle. Maybe I should look at the parade route, get a shot what everything looks like out here. Oh, we got the fanfare. Disney Festival of Fantasy Parade coming down the route. A lot of congestion here at the Bear Band exit. There's a show exiting, as you could probably imagine. It creates more people in the area, and it's extremely hard to navigate onto the route here.
Very nice to meet you.
Oh, excuse me, sorry. I'm going to use the term packed. I rarely use this term, but it's packed today. Very hard to get up and down and through the pathways here in Frontierland during the Festival of Fantasy Parade. It's actually going to open up here as we get to Pecos Bill in the covered patio section.
Will become a part of the magic, for the time has come to take your places and prepare to welcome the wondrous and wonderful Disney Festival of Fantasy Parade!
Just in the nick of time. Here's a look what the area with all the people in it looks like. We're actually going to head over to Pecos. I'm actually going to put the camera down on the table here in a moment, but you can see Beauty and the Beast passing in front of the fence here. I'm slowly gonna bring the camera to my forward direction of travel, where we're actually headed through the breezeway here. And you've seen this before, taking a shortcut. We're gonna cut through Adventureland by making a left right up here. I'm actually trying to head to Cinderella Castle in the hub area. I think it's a gorgeous view. I've showed you on previous live streams where some of my favorite spots to view the parade are. And of course, you can capture beautiful Cinderella Castle in the background, which I'd prefer to go to that location than see it in Frontierland. Frontierland offers a very intimate setting. Oh, look at this. Look at this. This must be mobile order pickup for Sunshine Treat Terrace. That gives you an idea how crowded it is here. Wow. Maybe I didn't notice that when we just walked through a few moments ago, because I was probably frazzled, still trying to assemble my camera rig after Space Mountain essentially discombobulated it. It just spit it up or I should say ate it up and spit it out. I'm still in the process of resolving all the technical details. You may have seen me put the camera down for a few moments there. I was experiencing technical delay, but for everybody in the chat, I'm hoping that video stream was coming through the whole time during Festival of Fantasy Parade. I'm not certain what actually came out. In other words, if the stream was still up and active while I was actually on Space Mountain, the attraction, in the interior underneath the show building dome, or in the unload platform, or going through the post-show shop. I was having major technical issues at that moment, and one of two of my phones were not connecting, so maybe there was carrier data issues or poor reception, weak reception down in the unload area of Space Mountain. But of course, I'm eager to review the footage and see where it cut out so I can make updates, change all the settings, figure it out so I could bring you even better quality live streams here at the Magic Kingdom. But we're in luck because the opening fanfare announcement is just being played here in front of Cinderella Castle. Julie's back. Hi, Julie. She says hi. Julie also says, how are you doing today? I'm excellent, Julie. She says, oh, KJ also says, there was a little lag. Lag happens. It's all okay. Well, thank you for the update, KJ. Appreciate that. KJ also says, hello, Julie. So I hope everybody in the chat enjoyed their little romp on Space Mountain. It was a lot of extra effort for me today to wear the chest mount and then take the camera rig apart, put it back together. Here we are now, but we're enjoying Disney Festival Fantasy Parade, and I will pipe down so you can enjoy this awesome show. go on the other side so it's not flowers in our way. It appears the opening has slowed down for whatever reason, but it's regaining normal parade pace here. Like I was mentioning before, it's packed here at the Magic Kingdom today. A definite uptick in attendance since the last time we visited on Wednesday. This entire week, of course, has had sizable crowds. It's so packed on the route, there's no way I can make it down Main Street in that section, walking down the pathways there next to the parade units. I'm forced to walk way back here. And of course, in Casey's Corner, it's actually closed for guest access. I still think simply because it's still under construction. But we're gonna try to make it down the route towards the actual parade gate in Town Square USA, but we'll see how packed it is on Main Street USA with the actual sidewalks. Let me check the chat while we're looking. Tiki Man fans back. It says it's a nice sunny day, but freezing with wind at KJ. Now that my errands are done, it's much nicer. Okay, all right. Oh, Jacob Herring, hello Jacob Herring. KJ says hello, Jacob. She also says freezing wind is not pleasant. And Jacob Herring says, "That's fun to be free. Want me to moderate for you? If you would prefer, we could try to set that up." Absolutely. Thank you for offering, Jacob Herring. Oh, this is better than anticipating. We got a lot of bubbles. Michael Juniper, great to watch again from here in the UK. Welcome back, Michael Juniper. Cheers. It's always nice to have international viewers. We're making progress now. The pathway's open. Very shocking that I'm able to get down here this quickly with the park so crowded. And there's a large amount of area that's open here on Main Street for future guest viewing. Jacob Herring says, "Had fun to be free. Click on my name in the chat." I just tried that, Jacob Herring. As it turns out, I'm not able to link from my particular app, but I'll try to get in touch or communicate maybe once the stream ends.
Away we go. It's the festival of Pecos.
Yeah!
I guess we can go.
I love a parade. Jacob Herring. He says again, I'll repeat, have fun to be free. Click on my name in the chat. Jacob Herring, as it turns out, the app I'm using doesn't allow me to click through. But Jacob Herring will have to collaborate. I'll have to check it out after the stream ends. Thank you for offering. I appreciate your help. Thank you so much. KJ also says, hello, Michael. I'm in the UK too. So KJ is actually in the United Kingdom right now, out of country, overseas. Tiki Man fan says, that's not how it happens, Jacob.
Yeah, I know.
But I think you should save it.
So I'm actually headed towards the Town Square Theater. A lot of viewers in the chat seen this before. My cameras are power hungry. I'm looking for a fuel rod replacement. You're actually viewing the camera mounted on my chest. It may look different and may be acting differently in regards to the stabilization. I have two hands occupied right now. Left hand phone, right hand main camera. I'm actually gonna put these two objects down and you'll get to stare at the Main Street station awkwardly here for just a moment. I need to make some quick adjustments and I'll be right with you. Thank you for your patience. I figured you looking at through the camera is better than a be right back screen. Because who doesn't love enjoying just a random sight of Magic Kingdom? You may have saw my hands pass in front of the camera. I'm picking up my phone and my opposite camera.
Come on, Annie.
We're continuing to head to Curtain Call Collectibles.
Come straight back out.
Like I was saying, the attendance here is a definite uptick. There is more people here at the Magic Kingdom than we last visited on Wednesday, but that's, you know, pretty normal for a Wednesday versus a Friday as well. You're probably seeing objects pass in front of the camera. I'm actually going to switch the camera back to the main camera. That's where we're headed, Curtain Call Collectibles. We're going to pause here for just a moment. Let me get a drink of water and I'll be right with you. And I always, excuse me, as I always say, there's nothing like Florida swamp water coming out of the tap here at the Magic Kingdom. Just part of the charm and elegance at Magic Kingdom Park. Sometimes and quite often over in this location, Mulan meet and greets with guests. But you could probably see the increased levels of attendance here on Main Street USA today. Okay, we're gonna walk over in this general direction to the fuel rod station. And since both my hands are occupied at the moment, I'm gonna have to put down a device. Maybe I could put down the camera. I could set it on top of the instantly engraved ID tags while I actually get a fuel rod. So enjoy this awkward moment of all these guests getting their Disney PhotoPass photographer photos here. And I'll be right with you. You're probably hearing the noise of the portable charger station. It's accepted my fuel rod, just spit out a new one. I'm headed over to pick up my camera as soon as I mount this fuel rod back in its holder, its home, and of course plug the cables in. We're just moments away from me picking the camera back up again. Bear with me, thank you for your patience. Fuel rod in its home position, cables are in spot. We have a slight delay. I'm just playing with my camera rig. I'm coming back to my camera. I'm standing right next to it. Do not worry, I'll be right there, right with you. I'm gonna pick it up now, and
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Look at some pens.
Oh, as it turns out, I don't have any traders on me, but thank you for offering.
No problem. You can always get started.
Absolutely. Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
See you soon.
See ya.
Nice cast member wanted to trade pins with me, but as it turns out, I am loaded with equipment today, I'll tell you. I'll flip the camera here in just a moment if you prefer to see what I'm working with today. I'm going to switch cameras here to my chest. Give me a second here. So as I said before, I'm awkwardly wearing this chest-mounted camera. This, of course, was required to ride Space Mountain earlier today. If you missed the stream, you could always go back, click on it, rewind, scrub, go back towards the beginning. The reason for this video, of course, we were talking about, is the Magic Kingdom actually making changes to Space Mountain? Yes, the answer is yes, they are making changes to Space Mountain, and we experienced 2 of them. One of them, of course, the on-ride audio, not actual on-board on the actual rockets or vehicles audio, but wayside track audio. I'm looking down because there are a set of steps here, and as I always say, I do not want to fall down the steps live on YouTube. But coming up in just a moment, there is another curb I will step down. But we also saw a second piece of animation. Updates, changes to Space Mountain here at the Magic Kingdom Park. I'm going to step down off the curb, and I've said this before. The curb is quite tall in that area. That's why I always look down. And when I step off that curb, it's like a foot tall. It's actually really tall. Anyways, so like I said before, here at the Magic Kingdom, we're currently on picture-in-picture. I'll take it back off. You probably see objects pass in front of the big screen view because I am wearing the action camera on my chest. That, of course, was required to gain access to Space Mountain and experience that world-class attraction. And you may hear the Dapper Dans just up ahead here singing their hearts away. I'm going to flip the camera and then we will enjoy the Dapper Dans in just a moment here.
And we have like an hour to
We are the Dapper Dans, the finest barbershop quartet in a 2-block radius. That's us, and we're here to sing for you. And you're here to listen to us. And if you get done first, just raise your hand. My little Margie, I'm always thinking of you, Margie. I'll tell the world I love you, don't forget your promise to me. I have bought a Margie. My inspiration days are never blue.
Tiki Man fan says, fun fact, the Dapper Dans use Deegan organ chimes for their ability to musically harmonize, as well as the Dans do vocally. It takes more than a good voice to be a Dan. It certainly does, Tiki Man fan. We're looking at some extremely talented musicians. I'm going to back out of the crowd because I feel like you can't hear me. My microphone is not in my normal spot since I am wearing this chest harness to hold my action camera. So I am talking louder behind the crowd right now. But just in case you couldn't hear me, Tiki Man fan said a good fun fact. The Dapper Dans use Deegan organ chimes for their ability to musically harmonize, as well as the Dans do vocally. It takes more than a good voice to be a Dan. Good point, Tiki Man fan.
Hey, hey! We're putting the island, walking around the lake. Hey!
The crowd loves it. But here, I want to go on the backside, kind of on the Dapper Dans, because I want you to see the crowd. It's a large crowd. We saw this last weekend as well.
Meet me in the pawn shop, honey. I want to get you a loan.
So I'd say larger than usual, above average crowds. We could take a look at the Dapper Dans from this angle, not the best angle, but while we're here, you could actually see the Deegan organ chimes that Tiki Man fan was talking about.
A song titled "Give It Bald Man a Comb and He'll Never Part With It." Shuffling down, scrambling heads down, hustling, buzzing around, happily waiting at station, losing straight up 7 of 9, laughing and riding time. Who do you think's about to ride? The band they call the Dixieland Fire, playing that muskrat grapple tune. You never heard it play. Join in the big parade. All together now, one and to join the happy throng. Feeling that rambling, scrambling muskrat song. Come on, ramble along. Ra-da-da-da-da, ra-da-da-da-da, ra-da-da-da-da-da. Hey! Woo! Shuffling, shuffling down, rambling and we're down. Hustling, buzzing around, happily waiting at station, looking up 7 of 9, pumping and riding on time. Who do you think's about to ride? The band they call the Dixieland Fire. All together now, one and two, join the happy throng. Feel the beat of that rambling, scrambling muskrat song. Oh, come on and ramble along. Ra-da-da-da, ra-da-da, ra-da-da-da-da. Yeah. Here we go. Hey! Alright, folks, to the Dapper Dans say, hey, you all say what? Let's try it. Hey!
What?
Why is Peter Pan always flying? Why? Because he can never land. Hey! What? What is Aladdin's favorite kind of music? What? Jazz, man. Hey! What? What is Captain Hook's favorite breakup line? What? It's not you, it's me. Hey! Why doesn't Sebastian like to share with Flounder? Why? He's a little shellfish. Under the sea, under the sea, darling, it's blue, darling, it's blue, take it with me. What have they got on the sand? We got 4-part harmony band. We got the jungle life, the bells under the sea. Hey! What? Now you may have been wondering about these musical instruments we've been playing. They're actually called Deegan organ chimes, and they're over 124 years old. We have 8 of them, and we can play a major scale like this. Like this. You made it. Yeah, you don't have to clap for that. We play chords like this chord, and the even really weird chords like Discord.
Get it? Discord, thank you. It's a music joke.
Yeah, they got it. They just don't want it. We could even put them together to make a humdinger like this.
That's a humdinger.
The joke's so good you out here. And now, combining the silvery tinkle of the organ chime
with the golden voices of the Dapper Dans.
It's a beautiful ditty simply entitled Don't Run Through the Street, Everybody. You'll strain yourself.
All right, we're going to go sans amplification now.
Take another step forward. Come forward. Go forward. There we go. Now you can tell what real estate is.
Let's try it.
We'll take a step back and look at the crowd again.
They're obviously miserable, sad. We need to cheer them up, and I know just the thing.
What we're gonna do?
Let's sing everyone's favorite song.
Which one is that?
The last one. It's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag. All right, how about this? Where are all my Disney fans? All right, here's a little test. If I say supercalifragilistic, you'd say Hey, you think they know the words?
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Crowd's into it. Yeah.
Sing your song and it won't be very long. About so long.
So long, everybody.
Bye-bye. So talented.
Okay, you can exit through the gift shop if you want.
Everything's on sale today.
Sorry. Okay, for all the chat viewers, I'm actually going to set the camera down on one of the various trash cans here on Main Street, USA. Enjoy the sights and sounds. I'm attempting to actually set up my camera rig again, get everything plugged back in to charge it. Bear with me just one moment here. And for anybody interested, I'm actually trying to, or at least attempt to, take the action camera on my chest and put it back on my camera rig. This operation takes a little bit of time to get it set up. Thank you for your patience.
Take advantage of it.
I'm actually going to flip the camera to another one so you can enjoy more sights and sounds of Main Street, USA. Yeah, I don't know whose it is. For all the chat viewers, there's a ratatouille that somebody dropped, probably due to the wind.
It's 4 o'clock.
I'm looking for you, calling you. I know you didn't. I know why, but I could leave you and you got it. I guess I couldn't go from you. I didn't know where you were. No, but I was there and I kept looking at you and right there. And you don't even hear about it.
Okay, I just flipped the camera to the main camera. You're enjoying sights and sounds of the outdoor vending balloon vendor here on Main Street, USA. I'm actually taking my action camera and adding it to my camera rig right now. You may see the camera jump around a bit, but I believe it's connected. I actually just have to connect one more USB-C cable to charge, and we'll be back in business to continue the stream. Tiki Man fan says, not too crowded at all. Yeah, it seems to be in and out pockets of guest flow. Like right now, this little area here on Main Street, USA, it seems to be very comfortable, very moderate. But as I was up, of course, on the parade route in Tomorrowland earlier, and of course, coming down to the hub, there seems to be increased crowd levels. I don't know where people go sometimes. Obviously, Disney Festival Fantasy Parade is very popular, and it brings people out from the various 6 lands here at the Magic Kingdom. We're actually kind of walking around Town Square right now. I just wanted to look at the attendance since Tiki Man fan brought that up, because I love walking around the area and checking out people just milling about, going on their merry way, seeing what they're doing, just observing, you know, looking at body language, out-of-town visitors, overseas, locals, annual pass holders, cast members that are off duty. Anybody in the chat could ever tell an off-duty cast member? There's the Walt Disney World Railroad cycling now to its next stop at Frontierland Station. And as I mentioned before, it's a little on the chilly side here in Central Florida today. You could hear the various beeps of ECV motors backing up. We could actually walk over to, or towards, I should say, the center of Town Square with the American flag just gently blowing in the wind. Look at the gorgeous sky here today. And of course, the Roy O. Disney bronze statue with Minnie sitting on the bench. And this group here getting their photo done by the Disney PhotoPass photographer. It's a long way to Temporary, right, Tiki Man fan? I'm here at Christmas Tree Point. I'm stepping off the curb onto Main Street, USA. And I just wanted to point this out for anybody in the chat that knows more. I don't have the answer here. That's why I'm asking. Of course, see the concrete, the faux asphalt theme. I hear a Main Street vehicle coming. I'm getting pretty excited. Maybe we could take a ride. But this lighter gray in color, I'm pointing at it now and I'm standing on it. That flanks, of course, the train or trolley tracks here on Main Street, USA. It appears to be steel in nature with an epoxy coating. Does anybody know the actual answer? Because I don't, but my assumption is simple. The grayish epoxy color coating provides traction or grip, because of course just bare metal is slick, and my assumption is maybe somebody slipped on it. It was a safety hazard, a guest issue, so they decided to add the epoxy here. Obviously it doesn't quite match, but my opinion is they did their best to get the epoxy color to match. But I'm thinking that it comes in this color gray from the manufacturer, and they probably looked high and low and tried to make a custom color. But due to the compounds of this epoxy material, it probably comes out this color. But I was saying there are, or at least I see one and heard one. I don't know if there's another one. Main Street vehicle out here, Main Street transportation. We could actually go take a look at the vehicle. Tiki Man fan says, I'm sure it is. Temporary is in Ireland, right? Oh boy. I don't know where Tiki Man fan's going with this one. But as I was saying before, here is a Main Street Transportation Company vehicle. I'm attempting to locate the cast member, but I believe he's standing on the other side of the vehicle. What a gorgeous piece. Amazing. I wasn't actually paying attention at the camera screen. I was surveying the crowd, the attendance here. And then just a quick look at the license plate. FLA 1915 D4636. The Walt Disney World Resort keeps their assets in tip-top shape. Look at all the craftsmanship. For example, I'm just getting as close as I can here. All the gorgeous hand-painted pinstriping. It's so amazing. And of course the lettering. The artisans here at the resort do a spectacular job. That's for certain. And oh, hello there. How are you? And then of course, rims with the brass. And of course the chrome studs with the drum brakes. Safety first, kids. And then here's that classic horn you could hear of the vehicles go down Main Street, USA. Of course, probably hand brazed in these welds, all custom done. So beautiful, so amazingly maintained. Look at the seat and the craftsmanship and the upholstery. Details, details, details. And of course, these materials have to be rigid, strict standards to stand up. But look at all the brass plating that's been polished, probably on a nightly basis by third shift custodial. Oh, hello. Oh, you actually polish. Okay. Is it okay to point my camera in your general direction? Oh, hello there. John with Fun to Be Free. This nice cast member, Alessio. Is that Alessio? Excuse me. Alessio says she actually polishes the brass. So I'm going to point down here. So it's not third shift custodial. Excuse me. So the beginning of your shift or after your shift that you actually have to polish?
Admittedly, it is kind of on our own basis.
Okay.
Some of us will just take the drive time. Some of us, if we have time during our parades.
Okay.
Me personally, if I can get any time during the parades, I will be back there polishing these up. It's been a little bit, clearly, since we've gotten to this one, Jimmy, but Yellow did get a touch up today with the polishing. Beautiful. I think you guys do a spectacular job. Keep up the good work. Thank you for the nice information. Have a great day. Nice talking to you and meeting you. Bye-bye. Well, I'm holding everybody up here. Bye-bye. Take care. Enjoy. But beautiful. Don't you guys just love the brass? Such a gorgeous piece of art. And my assumption is Bob Gurr had something to do with this vehicle. I just don't have all the backgrounds and details on that. But if anybody in the chat knows more, please let me know. But look at the radiator. I'm just going to zoom in on the radiator here. Cap. Just so perfect. It's just flawless. Okay, we're going to back up and check the chat. No new chats at the moment. You're watching live streaming coverage
from the Magic Kingdom here at the Walt Disney World Resort here in fabulous Orlando, Florida. The most magical place on earth. And we're in Town Square now. We're actually headed up Main Street, USA. Let's see what other adventures we could get into. And just as I say that, I see 2 additional Main Street vehicles. So I'm going to turn around. We'll just take a quick shot. Everybody in the chat's good. We've seen enough of the Burgundy Main Street Transportation Company vehicle, which is actually taking its vehicles on a Grand Circle tour of Main Street, USA, headed north towards Cinderella Castle. There is another vehicle over here. We won't spend too much time. I just want to take a quick look because I get excited about the Main Street vehicles simply because I don't see them that often. I don't get to visit with them. But here are the 2 other vehicles that I was mentioning. Up, up. You hear the horn? Love it, love it, love it. Adds to the ambiance here on Main Street, USA. Let's take a quick look. Gorgeous. Don't you love the fringe? See the fringe of the shade control? I love it. Just gently blowing in the wind. And one thing I wanted to point out though is the Walt Disney World logo that is directly below the brass horn on each of the vehicles. I love that little ornate golden WDW, intricate. And there's the train whistle for the Walt Disney World Railroad up on the Main Street USA platform. And we're gonna slowly turn back around and head north like I wanted to do. But you know, as everybody in the chat knows, I get distracted easy here at the Magic Kingdom, especially on Main Street USA. As KJ was talking, her favorite, of course, is Main Street and Tomorrowland, and I concur. As you're well aware, I spend a lot of time on Main Street USA. This is one of my favorite locations to be in the park. Of course, Cinderella Castle. But as you're aware, you know, you could go behind Cinderella's Castle, off to the side, various lands that surround it as well. But the front view, or the view we're looking at now, best view of the castle. And then KJ also mentioned Tomorrowland as well. Like I said, if I'm here by myself, you know, or with friends and family, I do spend a lot of time in Tomorrowland because they have classic attractions, of course, like the Carousel of Progress. Who doesn't love that? And as you're aware, People Mover, one of my favorites. There's also the Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters, and of course the Monster Show. I got to go around the corner. Hold on one moment. I got people here. Okay, I'm weaving in and out, bobbing up and down, navigating up Main Street, USA. Disney PhotoPass photographers taking all these nice photographs. Over to our left-hand side is the outdoor vending balloon cast member. You can kind of get a gauge of the breeze level here. It's actually a cold, not even, you know, cool, but cold breeze coming at me. Like I said, I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt today. This is a little on the chillier side here. You can see various guests wearing sweatshirts or jackets. Last night was pretty cold here, and this morning here in Florida. KJ says, never been inside a Main Street vehicle. Oh, KJ, it's a sight to behold, especially on the double-decker omnibus, the Jitney. That's pretty neat, riding up top high. It's a whole different vantage point, riding tall from a different elevation on vehicle going on Main Street, USA. It's almost like you could look down on the rooftops. That's a big over-embellishment, but you could see from a different vantage point, almost like a bird's eye view. Different things that you've never noticed before, going down Main Street, USA, looking at the facades, of course, on the east and west side of the park. And I'm attempting to move out of the guest way here. Bubbles, we have bubbles. See all the bubbles coming from the outdoor vending cart? And I share this story all the time, it goes nowhere. But the Little Mermaid bubble wand, I hear all the time. Here's a quick story. So I park, I get out of the car, first thing I hear is do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Hello there.
How are you?
I was just sharing a story, I hear mermaid everywhere, and I'm sure you do too.
That's why I kind of put her up here. She's a little loud.
Thank you so much, have a great day. Yeah, cast member is saying that's why she put her there in that spot, that location, because the mermaid bubble wand is a little loud, like I'm saying. I can hear it everywhere I go. Mickey's Friendship Fantasy Fair is performing on the castle stage. Maybe we could go check that out. Oh, hello there. Smash that like button. Like, comment, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to ring that notification bell.
What's your treat? Snuggly friend? What about you?
I've always wanted to try new things to make new friends.
Those are beautiful dreams.
My differences are really not You're right. They're not as bad as they seem. You did a very good job.
Way to go, buddy.
Now you're one of the fellas.
Come on.
What a nice group of ruffians.
And what a great bunch of dreams.
Oh, goodness, Mickey. Look at the time. We should begin the grand celebration.
Hang on a minute, Minnie. I've got a special surprise for you.
You do?
You see, I know there's someone you always wanted to meet from the land of the Mystic Mountains.
Oh, Mickey, could it be?
Wow! This backbone. Look at all the people. And I can't wait to see what my buddies are. Hello. I'm like warm hugs.
Hi, Olaf. Olaf? Olaf, there you are. You were worried.
Why? Were you lost?
No, Olaf, you were.
But I'm right here with my new friends. This is... And you are...
Why, I'm Mickey Mouse.
And this is... And you are...
I'm Mickey.
Good. This is Anna and Elsa. They're sisters.
Oh, my. It's an honor to meet you.
Please, the honor is all ours. We're so excited to be here.
From the moment we heard your story, I admired you both so much. Oh, I wish I could be more like you.
But being just who you are is perfect. Everyone has their own unique talents that make them special. You just have to believe that you do.
That's true.
Anything is possible when you have someone you love by your side. That's me.
I want to be there too.
I love it. You just have to remember to be true to yourself.
All right.
Thank you, Minnie. I hope none of you ever lose sight of being your own person.
Even me?
Even you, Olaf.
Yay! Let's go fight for fight!
So, did you like your surprise?
Like it? Oh, Mickey, I loved it! I think today might be the best day ever!
Oh gosh, Minnie. Every day with you is the best day ever.
Oh, Mickey!
Aww. Oh, it sounds like our friends are coming back for the celebration.
I'm so
Friends from near and far, it is now time for the magical Friendship Fair Grand Celebration! Now join us in welcoming back our new friends from the land of the bewitching bayous, Tiana, Naveen, and Lewis. Enchanted Woodlands, Flynn Rider, Vladimir, and Hookman. From the land of the Mystic Mountains, Elsa, Anna, and Olaf.
Oh gosh, it's great to have so many friends here.
Now we can all dance together!
When you see everything is in tune and it's green and life goes on with a smile and a song. We hold friends and you and family too. Life goes along with a smile and a song.
That was so much fun!
Thank you for the dance.
Oh, this really has been the best day ever!
Discovering new dreams.
That's an adventure for sure.
Trying something new.
And having a sweet good time.
You bet.
Finding the confidence to be true to yourself.
That's right!
Here's to all of us, old friends and new.
Warm hugs for everyone.
Oh, this is what I love about the Friendship Fair!
Wherever you're from, it's glad you're here. The best is yet to come. Together in history with the friends that we just begun. Comes in the light, the testimony. store. You choose me, right and cold. The door open and yes, and all we go to the place we long belong. We're the one who needs you and me. To believe like a shooting star within your heart and dream. Breaking free, it's a memory that you hold inside. It's a friendship yet to unfold. We will celebrate where the magic feels like home. Let's go where the magic feels like home. Let's go where the magic feels like home. Let's go where the magic feels like home. The magic feels like home. The magic feels like home. Feels like home. The magic feels like home.
Thanks to all of you, old friends and food. We're celebrating with us today. See y'all real soon.
We invite you to enjoy the rest of your magical Friendship Fair day here at the Magic Kingdom.
Take a look at the crowds. It's pretty crowded in this area here in the hub. Slowly trying to give you a vantage point or perspective. Let's check the chat. Natalie Straub, she says hi, all from Scotland. She has an emoji hand waving in a Scottish flag. In the United Kingdom, it's 9:15 p.m. here, so it's getting a little late there. Natalie Straub also says, aw, a Tiki Man fan. My Nana used to sing that song to me. It's a long way to Tipperary. One of the various songs that play here on Main Street, USA. Tiki Man fan says, hi at Natalie Straub. And Juan Jose Garcia in Spanish. As it turns out, I do not speak Spanish. He also mentions Juan Jose Garcia speaks Spanish. No, only English. Juan Jose Garcia. Oh, and Beulah's back. Howdy, folks. Beulah here. Ready for some Country Bear fun? I can use some Country Bear Jamboree right now. Juan Jose Garcia says Mickey and Minnie maybe eating. I don't speak Spanish. I'm sorry. Anybody else in the chat that could translate? But Beulah, I actually need to get a fuel rod. The fuel rod over by the Bear Band was out of order. Oh, do you hear the Main Street vehicle? Honk, 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 honk. Let me turn the camera back here. There it goes. In front of Cinderella Castle, and I am getting pushed out by strollers, so I'm going to keep walking towards Tomorrowland. There's another vehicle. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Let me get over here. We got 4 Main Street vehicles coming at us. Look at that. What a sight to see. Okay, to Tomorrowland, and Beulah's going, you're going the wrong way. Anybody ever seen Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, I believe, from 1987 with Steve Martin and John Candy, where they're in the rental car and they're on the highway and they accidentally go in the wrong direction down the freeway on the highway there? And then the nice folks next to him pull up and go, you're going the wrong way. That's how I felt I was with the Main Street vehicles.
We're at Main Street.
I'm laughing because Beulah loves this. He says, I am getting tired because, as you all know, it's let's see, what is it? 11:25, I believe, right now, p.m. in the UK, and that's where Beulah is from. Says he's getting tired. He wants to see the Country Bear musical Jamboree. And like I said before, if I went to go see the Bear Band right now, Beulah, we're not going to make it. The cameras are going to die. I have a challenge keeping these two power-hungry cameras fed with energy, juice. Juan Jose Garcia says, no Hong Kong Disneyland. As it turns out, Juan Jose Garcia, I've never been to Hong Kong Disneyland, but Hong Kong Disneyland is very similar to Disneyland in Anaheim, California, both in scale and size and offerings of attractions. Beulah says, I can translate Spanish by his bugged by translator, so he must use a translation app maybe on a smartphone or a computer. Juan Jose Garcia says, Disney World is beautiful. I have to agree with you, Juan Jose Garcia. The Magic Kingdom here, there's not a bad day in this park. And as you look over to our right-hand side, you can see all the guests exit the Monsters, Inc. laugh floor. It is getting quite packed here in Tomorrowland, as I was mentioning. And there's a lot of strollers over here to second that notion. But there's a lot of people here, as you can see. Beulah says, let's see here, 21:26 now, so the time he's saying. He wants to see the bear band. I gotta get a fuel rod, Beulah. These cameras have less than 10% left. They're not gonna make it through the bear band. Juan Jose Garcia says, no Disneyland Paris? No, Juan Jose Garcia, as it turns out, I've never been to Disneyland Paris. I've actually only been to the Disneyland Resort and the Walt Disney World Resort. But I imagine you've been to those places as well. Here's where we're headed, towards the Merchant of Venus. If I look overhead towards the fuel rod, I'm gonna unplug my USB-C cable, take out the fuel rod from its home, head towards the fuel rod distribution machine. And let's see, it might be being occupied or just being used as a water bottle stand. Hello there. Are you utilizing the portable? Oh, I'm sorry. Take your time. I believe the guest was just filling up water bottles. And I'm going to hit swap here on the menu. Insert it in the machine. And in just a moment, we're going to have a new fuel rod that's recharged. Let's double check the levels. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to put it back in its home. And Beulah, I'm headed back towards Frontierland. I'm going to try to make it to the bear band. I plugged it in. I believe we have success. So I got my two cameras charging. I could double check here. Yes, success. I have 6% left on my action camera. I'm walking through Tomorrowland, and as I was just previously mentioning, it is quite crowded here. I believe slightly above average. And Juan Jose Garcia says, grand transmission. So I believe he's saying he likes the stream. Well, thank you so much, Juan Jose Garcia. And just because he said he likes it, I'll throw this up on the screen. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to ring that notification bell. And Beulah says, try and get 2 fuel rods, troll faces. As it turns out, Beulah, I only have 1 fuel rod with me. I've considered that option. I'm still trying to dial in my rig, and as I said before, I'm trying, every day I'm trying something new and different. One day I may even just put my phone on a regular gimbal so we don't have to go through the fuel rods over and over again. We'll see. I'm just trying to figure out what works best for all the viewers at home. Juan Jose Garcia says, how much in person? I believe he's asking for the attendance figures here. I'm going to say crowded, lots of people, high attendance. Beulah says, yeah, maybe try getting a big battery pack. I always have mine. And you're correct. Beulah, you're absolutely correct. The only issue is I swing the camera around so much that the cable gets stuck. It pulls the battery pack out of my pocket. It tends to ball up. So when I say ball up, remember the old telephones? They used to ball up into, the cord, the cable, just all got tangled, twisted up. That's what I tend to do, it seems like, when I charge it with a big battery pack where I put it in my backpack, fanny pack, or in my pocket. And then, of course, I'm always pulling on it, and then the battery pack falls on the ground, the cable gets disconnected, because I'm just, moving my camera around so much to bring you all the sights and sounds here at the Magic Kingdom. But like I said, Beulah, we're headed back to Frontierland. Let's go see what we can do. Juan Jose Garcia Garcia says, how much Spanish working in Disneyland? So I know Spanish. When I say no Spanish language. I only speak English. But there are what should I say? A high percentage of the population that lives in the area of Southern California does speak Spanish. However, I do not. But maybe I misread how much Spanish working in Disney World. I hear a lot of Spanish here at Disney World being spoken. However, I do not know what they're saying simply because I do not speak Spanish. Beulah also says Walt Disney may be giving the Bears a Vacation Hoedown new overlay. They were thinking about it on X. Oh, look at that. So when you say Walt Disney, is that Walt Disney World here in Central Florida? Maybe giving the Bears a Vacation Hoedown a new overlay that they were thinking about on X? I'll have to look that up. We're back here at the hub. It was a long way to go. Beulah's getting tired over in the UK, an international viewer in England. But like I said, we're headed back towards Frontierland now. Let's go see if we could locate the Country Bear musical Jamboree. And we were just here a few moments ago. And it was packed, and now the guest flow, where'd they go? They're gone. Everybody's gone. And Beulah, I've already mentioned it, but I was over in the breezeway, over by the Bear Band earlier to get a fuel rod. It was out of order. So that's the reason why I went over to Tomorrowland, because there's 2 fuel rod locations in that area. Of course, at Cosmic Rays and the one we got in Merchant of Venus. So whenever I really need a fuel rod, I head over to Tomorrowland because I know I have one of 2 options where there's other various machines based on my experience here at the Magic Kingdom, because it's so crowded, so popular, they end up selling them out, the machines don't work, they get broken, whatever the case may be. With that said, I still like my fuel rod. It offers a great value for me. You know, one-time purchase, but I've essentially used unlimited refills on the fuel rods. And we are now here in Liberty Square. Up ahead, of course, is that large construction crane extending into the Florida sky for the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Retracking, meaning they're reinstalling track. They're taking out the old, putting in new, and that crane is being utilized to pick and put in place the new track pieces. I'm actually stalling here because, like I said before, it is crowded, and I'm trying to get through the crowd. I was actually surveying the crowd and seeing what general direction those guests were actually headed to, not checking the cameras at all. Not even looking at the screen. Okay, Beulah's back. Walt Disney World was thinking about it after they tagged Horizon. Okay. And Tiki Man Fan says, I'm well, thanks, Natalie. You? And we could see the Liberty Bell on the other side of the trees in the rivers of America, just going around the bend, traversing the river there. We'll take a quick look in the opposite direction since we are headed to the Bear Band for Beulah. He says it's getting late. Down in this direction, you could find the Haunted Mansion and the Columbia Harbor House. But we're going to continue walking down the parade route. I should say up, because I would consider this up, even though we're not actually going north. We're going more west-ish. Juan Jose Garcia Garcia, no, Spain? Oh, as it turns out, Juan Jose Garcia Garcia, I've never been to Spain. I never traveled to Spain. And Juan Jose Garcia Garcia, is cost Disney World? I believe you're saying, is Disney World expensive? The answer is yes. Yes, Disney World is expensive. Oh, look. Wendell's out in the area, meeting and greeting. And no flash photography, Wendell. Okay, we're gonna head to the Bear Band because Beulah's getting tired. Otherwise, I would have stopped and did a meet and greet. My camera is moving wildly. Beulah says Haunted Mansion is down, probably down for repairs. Maybe that's what I believe he's indicating. Maybe Haunted Mansion is closed at the moment, broken, requiring maintenance. We're just coming up to the Country Bear Musical Jamboree now. Beulah, oh, Wendell, yeah, I like Wendell too. And Beulah, I really like all of the versions of all the bear bands, and I'm sure you do too. I really like the Christmas show too. The wind is a howling. I'm looking, double check. Oh, I think we are loading. Beulah, you are in luck. Look at this. We're walking right in, and we just got a rope behind us. How lucky are we? Well, thank you so much for. Yeah. Nice cast member let us in because she was putting the rope up. But Natalie Straub says, got the cold at Tiki Man fan. I'll be okay. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Natalie Straub. Take care. Beulah, oh, Wendell, and Beulah again. Autocorrect down to done, bruh. Juan Jose Garcia, is Orlando beautiful? Yes, it's quite stunning here in beautiful Central Florida. I would highly recommend it. You come here, but very costly, expensive. But there is ways that you can mitigate that by staying off property. Beulah, nice. And Beulah, I just made your day. We're just waiting for the guests to load into the theater now. The doors are actually closing behind me. That cast member wanted me in those doors, I'll tell you that. I could hear the show's just beginning now, so we're just gonna miss a few moments here, Beulah. You hear it now? Well, thank you. Nice gentleman holding the curtain for me. It is packed house. Are we gonna have a spot? Oh, I think I found one right here. Like every seat is taken.
Let's hear it for the 5 Bear Rocks. Than a hive full of honey. It's our very own Trixie and the talented trio, Bunny, Bubbles, and Beulah. Or is it Beulah, Bunny, and Bubbles? Well, any way you count it, they're triple the fun.
Okay, boys. Now why don't we try something a little different? Plenty of fish in the sea.
Fish? You're making me hungry. Not me. I'm stuffed.
Okay, now, our next performer used to play with the Mineral Kings, but is here now. A furry firestorm of Finland Floridian Fury. Take it away, Ernest.
He's on fire. He's really burning through a Oh, he sounds super cute. Sounds really good. Where did he come from? I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide?
I can open your eyes, take you wonder by wonder, over, sideways, and under, on a magic carpet ride, a whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew. But when I'm way up here, it's crystal clear that now I'm in a whole new world with you. Y'all swing by and see me sometime.
I wanted it, but I'm scared of heights. And I'm scared of swings.
You know, it might surprise you to learn that our next performer is still an eligible bachelor.
Is it the clumpy way he walks? Or the grumpy way he talks? Or the pear-shaped, square-shaped weirdness of his feet? Huh?
And though we know he washes well,
He always ends up sort of smelly.
But you'll never meet a fella who's as sensitive as sweet. Everyone's a bit of a fixer-upper, that's what it's all about. We need each other to raise us up and round us out. Everyone's a bit of a fixer-upper, when push comes to shove. You don't be fixer-upper, fixer that'll fixer-upper is true. True. Love.
Remember me. Oh, I had to say goodbye. Remember me. Just don't let it make you cry. Too sad I can't come home. For
poor guy.
Yeah, poor curtains.
Well, folks, I'd say that's a rendition we'll remember for a long time. Now, how about we do one of my favorites? You've got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. I say, you've got problems. I got it too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. We stick together, we can see it through. Cause you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me.
Henry, why don't we invite all our friends out there to join us for the finale?
Great idea, Sammy. Hey, gang! That's enough.
You already had your chance.
Wait a minute.
Henry, forget the hook. Forget the hook. Get a man trash.
Well, folks, this concludes our show. As you can see, we're still barely keeping it together. Now gather up all your bare necessities and exit out the doors on your right. What do you say, Sammy?
I say, y'all come back, yeah?
We hope that you'll be coming back again. Come and see us now and then. We've done our very best, please. Well, necessities, we hope that you'll be coming back again. Please return. We hope that you'll be coming back again. See us now and then. We had such fun together. We took your word to say goodbye. We hope that you'll be coming back again. Don't forget to gather your belongings. And your kids, too. It's been good to have you.
So long, folks.
Aw, so long, Buff.
You know, Max, you have a beautiful voice.
Actually, I'm a little hoarse.
Wait, I thought you were a deer.
Thank you. What a great show. Back to the chat. Beulah says, I think the back roads is full. He also says, as you can see, we are one big happy family. Well, folks, this includes my stay. Make sure you come again, hibernate, and time goodbye. Well, good night, Beulah. I'm glad I made your day. We'll see you on the next video. We'll try to get back here to Magic Kingdom. Beulah, I want to come back tomorrow. I'm not quite certain what I'm going to do here at Magic Kingdom, but I want to come back tomorrow. Because we got the doors closing. I got to get in here. Delayed. Automatic doors. Caution, automatic doors. Okay, we're back at Frontierland. It's quite chilly. I'm sure glad I'm wearing my long sleeve shirt today. Let's head over to Tiana's Bayou Adventure real quick, I think. Just take a quick look. I need to pay attention to where I'm headed. I was walking in to guess. Tiana's Bayou Adventure is operational, just like the Death Star. It's fully operational. You're watching live streaming coverage from the Magic Kingdom here at the Walt Disney World Resort, the most magical place on earth. And you can see the cast members putting down the tape for the upcoming Disney Adventure Friends Cavalcade. I believe that's coming up at 5:10 Eastern. I'm looking, it's about 10 minutes to 5 here right now. There goes the log down the big drop on Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Let's push in a little closer. Oh, while we're here, I was just talking about the big drop, but here, finale approach. Walt Disney World Railroad, going through Tiana's Bayou Adventure there. Come back and head over towards the big drop. And you can see the log cycling from a lift. And there's, of course, the tree obstructing our view. I'll back up and try to get a better vantage point. Beulah says, just push the doors open. Okay, now goodbye. I did Beulah, but Beulah probably already left. It's late over in the United Kingdom where Beulah's from. I hope everybody can see because there's sun just beating down in my eyes. Even though it's not bright out, the sun is just coming right through the clouds, hitting me right in the noggin. Yes. Lovely, lovely. Okay, we're gonna pull back here. I actually want to go to Pecos Bill. Let's head over there. I want to check out the menu. I keep saying for days, every time we're here, I'm always like, hey, let's go check out the menu at Pecos Bill. And then we always get sidetracked with either chat, construction, or various attendance levels here in the area, or even parade route elevations, lame stories that I share with all of my chat viewers. So we'll actually officially commit. Let's go into the main entrance here to Pecos, and we'll see if we can find a menu. As I said before, I'm taking the BAT phone, BAT phone out of my pocket. I usually keep it in my rear right pocket. Here's the Pecos Bill Tall-Tale-In Cafe. There's a step here, gotta step down. The reason why I took my second phone out is I'm setting up a wireless feature so I could send the screen over to the actual viewers at home watching on their devices like smartphones or TVs. We're gonna head over in this direction or to the left here. Yesterday when I was here, they had temporary stanchions up, deviating the difference between, of course, mobile order pickup and the traditional where you just go stand up and order at the register. Today I don't see it, but I'm assuming they did it today, but we just missed it because the guest flow probably decreases in the afternoon here at the Magic Kingdom. But like I said, we're gonna look at the menu here. I'm actually gonna walk over in this general direction, point up at the overhead menus. They're probably a little hard to see, you know, LCD screens blaring in your face. Okay, so we're looking at Pecos Bill Tall-Tale-In and Cafe here at the Magic Kingdom Park in Frontierland. This is a quick service dining experience, and they have lunch and dinner offerings from 10:30 a.m. to 9 o'clock p.m. I'm going to tap on Begin Order, mock up a mobile order. Select an arrival window now through 5:15 p.m. They have create your own. They have a steamed tamale, steamed green chili cheese tamale with stewed pinto beans, queso fresco, and pico de gallo. The picture makes it look really good. They also have the nacho bowl. Who doesn't like nachos? And the Southwest Caesar salad. Along with the rice bowl. Let's see what this has. I'm interested. Pinto beans, cilantro lime rice, cowboy caviar, and queso fresco. Pretty cool. There's also a steamed tamale with no protein, so for your vegetarian offering, I imagine. They also have entrees, like the double barbecue bacon cheeseburger. And another plant-based item, like the plant-based rice bowl. They have additional sides, like the charro beans, a cilantro lime rice, a barbecue cheddar seasoned fries, and a queso dip. They also offer kids Disney check meals, like the chicken nacho bowl, the chicken rice bowl, and a cheeseburger. They also have another kids meal, the beef nacho bowl, and desserts. These are popular. I see people get these all the time. Mini churros with chocolate sauce. Oh, they offer it, I think, at the outdoor vending location outside as well. They also have the strawberry lemonade slush, along with additional beverages. All right. So we're taking a look at the menu here. Let's switch it back to the main camera view. If you give me just a moment. And now we're looking at the menu boards again here at Pecos Bill, which doesn't appear to be as crowded as I thought it would be. But again, the guest flow changes drastically here at the Magic Kingdom. And if you give me a moment, I'm going to disable the wireless feature on my bat phone, and I'll be right with you. All right, I'm putting the bat phone back in my pocket. We can check out over in this direction here what they have to offer. They have the mobile order pickup 7 and 8 over on that side. And on the, oh, hello there, how are you? Oh, good, thank you. I was just talking to a nice cast member off camera, actually behind me. Like I said, here's additional mobile order bays, counting down to 4, 3, 2, 1. It's like a rocket taking off. And we could get a quick look at what the food looks like. I don't want to get too close to guest food, but you can see there's the double bacon cheeseburger and the various bowls that we just saw there. I was actually interested in getting a cup of water here. Maybe I should talk to one of these cast members for further assistance. You could enjoy the beverage station as I asked, most likely. Nice cast member getting beverages here.
Hello, how are you? This number?
Cast member helping this guest here.
4 napkins, everything is in the room, okay? Enjoy, have a good day. You too. Hello, ma'am.
Oh, hello. I'm just looking for 1 cup for water, if possible, please.
Yeah, sure. 1 second.
Yeah, no problem. I know you're busy. You're real busy.
How are you, everyone?
Okay, for all the chat viewers, I'm here. I'm requesting a cup of water. I am quite parched to bring you this live stream here at the Magic Kingdom. I just keep talking incessantly. Oh, thank you so much. Have a great day.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Nice cast member helped me with a cup of water. Hydrate, kids. Stay in school and hydrate. That's my motto. There's also drinking fountains located over in this direction. However, I do enjoy the cup of water with the ice. That's why I request it sometimes. I like ice water. Comment in the chat below if you prefer ice in your water or just out of the tap, like the drinking fountain. There is a hallway here, and it's getting quite loud with the garbage cart heading down, getting pushed over these various Spanish-style tiles. It's a neat floor. Everybody's going, John, why are you showing us the floor again? As you know, I like paving, I like the floor, I like concrete, I like all the theming elements that comprise the immersive experience here at the Magic Kingdom. While we're here, we should go in this direction. I want to go in this dining room. This is cool. I'm just going to say, this whole entire Disneyland Resort in New Orleans Square on the Pirates of the Caribbean, and you're going through, of course, the Bayou, and you could see off in the distance all the people dining at the table service dining experience. Traffic is backing up here inside Pecos. Oh, hello, excuse me. I'm sorry if I'm on your way. I'm going to try to get out Pecos Bill. Go back outside. We're now back outside in Frontierland. We're near the parade route. Yippee-i-oh! Ghost Riders in the Sky. Ghost Riders in the Sky, of course, was in one of the Country Bear Vacation Hoedown shows that played at Disneyland and the Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom. Of course, opened in 1986, I believe, and then stopped operation at Disneyland, I believe, in September 2001 when they built the Winnie the Pooh attraction there at Disneyland. If we head over in this direction, we can actually see the Liberty Bell. It's traversing the rivers of America. And if you listen carefully in the background, like I was just singing, that's why I always say I can't sing. You can hear Ghost Riders in the Sky. And in just a few moments, you could probably hear the chunk there. Got it. Bingo. The steam whistle on the Liberty Bell. I'm walking slowly and methodically towards the Liberty Bell. I'm trying to time it just right. No need to rush. I love the immersive. Oh, Walt Disney World Railroad steam whistle behind us. Headed into Tiana's Bayou Adventure. I love the ambiance here on the rivers of America here at the Magic Kingdom. And in just a few moments, without a noisy cart behind me, you can hear the chug of the steam coming out the dual stacks here at the Liberty Bell. Maintenance cart. And of course you can see Cinderella Castle. The spires just poking up beyond the Liberty Bell and the steam emitting from the stacks. There's the pilot house up there with the Texas deck. Most guests appear to choose the Texas deck since it offers better views of the entire river here.
That pushes the water forward.
Young guest, Junior Explorer, just off camera, said paddle wheel that pushes the boat forward. He is correct. I love it. Smart little individual, smart chap. And if you look over on the other side of the river, you could see the raft that is ready to take probably, I imagine, some of the last guests back to the mainland here. My assumption is you're seeing multiple cast members because those cast members, of course, were walking those guests out or off the island and bringing them back over to this side. And we'll take one last look at the Liberty Bell. So calm and gentle, tranquil. This site we won't see for too much longer. That's why I'm trying to capture as much as I can of the Liberty Bell here and get the immersive experience in Frontierland as possible before it goes away forever. I'm slowly gonna pan the camera. With Cinderella Castle off in the distance there. There is a nice, I shouldn't say nice, it's actually a cold breeze. And I'm starting to get a little chilled here. I'm actually walking towards the parade route now. While we're here, why not take a look at the, the log cycling down here in the run out from the big drop at Tiana's Bayou Adventure. All the guests on Tiana's Bayou Adventure having the time of their lives. However, it is a little chilly here at the Magic Kingdom right now. I'm going to take my spent beverage cup and place it in the receptacle. We're going to walk up this slight elevation that we talked about before on the parade right here. That heads up to Tiana's Bayou Adventure where the parade gate is, just on the other side of the train tracks here at the Magic Kingdom. That's a discouraging word. Can you hear the background audio? I sure can and love it. And the clouds are always all day. Ryan Wesley's in the chat. I have a question here with his hand up. Yes, Ryan Wesley, what's your question? You can see the cast members up ahead here. That's where the Disney Adventure Friends Cavalcade will come out here in just a few moments. I'm actually going to get my spot in immediately because we're about 2 minutes out. Cast members saying they want us on the other side of the yellow tape line. So I'm actually going to secure a spot here. Slowly turn around. A lot of moving the camera in circles. Camera jumping around a lot. There we go. Vamos. Jose Garcia. Cabalgata, beautiful, sure is. Disney Adventure Friends Cavalcade here at the Magic Kingdom. We're gonna try to follow them. I have to back up, I'm locked into the crowd. I'm attempting to walk backwards, holding the camera backwards and navigate through the Pecos Bill exterior dining patio to catch up to the Disney Adventure Friends Cavalcade. There are, not a overwhelming amount of people in the area, but they are blocking access in the pathways for me to navigate through here. Excuse me, sir. There is that exterior patio that I was just mentioning. We're trying to catch up. Gently swing the camera towards our forward direction of travel. We're in the breezeway here, headed to Adventureland. We're attempting to make it out to the hub in front of the Cinderella Castle. We're trying to catch up to the Disney Adventure Friends Cavalcade. As I always say, I love looking or watching the parades and the entertainment here at the Magic Kingdom Park. I had to stall because guests were confused on what direction to go, thus blocking my direction. We were actually here earlier during, of course, as we were traversing. When I say earlier, this particular area in previous videos were very congested, and miraculously, for whatever reason, the attendance levels have dropped here at the Magic Kingdom since earlier. As I was sharing before, when I got to this place, I was actually surprised how many people were here. For example, if you're just tuning in, I went to experience Space Mountain. When I showed up for Space Mountain, the line was a staggering 75 minutes at Space Mountain this afternoon. So quite crowded earlier, and I'm not certain where all the people went, but they just kind of like gone, vanished. Ryan Wesley says, if I wanted to see a food or snack, can I send pic for you and send you a super chat? Well, yes, Ryan Wesley, thank you for that. So what I believe Ryan Wesley is indicating, he wants to send me a super chat and then he could pick a food item for me and then I could consume it on camera. Is that right, Ryan Wesley? Is that what you're suggesting? Almost. We're coming up to the hub here in front of the gorgeous Cinderella Castle with great timing. We're going to get another opportunity to view the Disney Adventure Friends Cavalcade. They're just coming up out of Liberty Square into the hub. Andy's back. Andy, good afternoon, John. Hello, Andy. Thank you for joining us for the Disney Adventure Friends Cavalcade here at the Magic Kingdom. Ryan Wesley says that is correct with a big green check mark. For this moment, we'll enjoy the Disney Friends Cavalcade and we'll come back to Ryan Wesley. We're actually going to end up going on Main Street. The sidewalk here looks a little congested for us to navigate down at the moment.
That's not cool.
A lot of people in Town Square. No wonder why I had trouble coming down here. Yeah, I found the people. They're here. Bye-bye. Oh, I'm surrounded by cast members. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Standing awkwardly in the middle. Oh, hello there again. So we just saw the Disney Adventure Friends cavalcade go in the gate here in Town Square, and like I was saying before, I found the people. So up near Tiana's Bayou Adventure, it seemed like it was a little sparse with the attendance, but they seem to be all here in Town Square. And I was actually having difficulty going down the sidewalk on Main Street. So I got on the street. Of course, we lost ground that way. We couldn't catch up. We finally got here to the town square. You know, here we are. But I'm going to swing the camera and I'm looking around surveying. There's a lot of people. Actually, I'm shocked to see how many people are down here. Slowly gonna turn. I don't really want to point it into the sun, but I don't have a choice. I'm trying to get out of Guest Way. But as you can see, as we look south, there are a lot of people gathered here in Town Square. They've already done the flag retreat ceremony. The flag is missing. And I'm actually gonna head over in this direction. You've heard it all before. Anybody in the chat that's been here, I need a fuel rod. I need to keep these the cameras powered. They are hungry when it comes to the power consumption. But real quick, let's go back to the chat. Ryan Wesley, I'm going to review, just so I have it correct. Ryan Wesley in the chat wanted to know, if I wanted to see a food or snack, Ryan Wesley says, can I pick for you and send you a super chat? So what Ryan Wesley is indicating, he wants to send me a super chat, and then he wants to pick a food or beverage location, and at that location, he would like me to go consume an item. So Ryan Wesley, you're still in the chat. Thank you for your patience. We were just viewing the Disney Adventure Friends Cavalcade. And we're slowly entering the Town Square Theater. They have a fuel rod dispensing location here. I'm looking at the cameras. The cameras are super low. One of my cameras is at 2%, so I'm trying to get over to the fuel rod dispensing location. In the event one of the cameras dies, I have another camera, but that camera also is 5%. So FYI, if I lose 1 or 2 cameras, it might be the end of the stream, and I will catch you in another video, but I'm attempting to power these cameras to continue the live stream. Here we go. We have to hit swap. We're running low on juice. Hopefully we can get this sucker in time set up. Now we got the satisfying clear sound of the fuel rod. We got 4 LED indicators. I'm putting it back in its home. Give me a moment to plug the actual USB-C cable in and power these devices. Tyler Green is in the chat. Tyler Green, I believe, is a new subscriber here to Fun to Be Free. Thank you for subscribing, Tyler Green. Tyler Green says, hi all, we're coming to you live from the Magic Kingdom. We're headed back out to Town Square now. Like I said, for all you viewers, if the cameras end up powering down and we lose the stream, I'll catch you in another video, but I'm attempting to continue bringing you live streaming coverage here at the Magic Kingdom.